Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. Absolute pleasure to have you along with me this afternoon. You, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. I just noticed if I'm wearing what I was wearing 2 days ago. I have washed it in between. So, goodness me, what a 48 hours it's been since I've seen you last. So, I did my last recordings, packed up. Yeah, Granny, my mum, Granny was looking a little bit, yeah, not so, how's your father type thing. Kept an eye on her all afternoon, checking her temperature every couple of hours or every hour, trying to get her to eat and drink. But I did notice that she was declining. So 2 o'clock yesterday morning, yes, the into the hospital again with a temperature of 38.5 to 38.7, depending on what ear you tested it in, straight through, straight into a private room, straight onto antibiotics and all the tests that they need to do. So they're keeping her in at the moment because what seems to happen is when she's on the IV antibiotics, she's doing well. When she goes on to the oral antibiotics, she seems to go in, the infection seems to grab hold. So there are 3 possible causes of infection with leukemia. One we have control over, so we are working on that. Potentially have control over. The other 2, they just happen with this type of cancer, and there's absolutely nothing we can do. So they're going to keep her in at the moment on the IV. Works really well on the IV antibiotics, and the specialist has ordered her to go for a full body CT scan to see if there is an infection in there somewhere that they haven't been able to root out yet. So they've done all the tests, and it appears the one that we do have control over is not actually the cause. So all is going fabulously. Had a great sleep last night after no sleep for about 36 hours prior to that. Propped up against the wall in the A&E or the ER, depending on where you are in the world, waiting room, or not waiting room, in the private room in the A&E ER. And not great for sleeping. It's like international travel without the glamour of the travel bit. So, no, doing well. Last night, fell asleep, wrapping her up in the most beautiful, soft polar bear healing skin, white polar bear healing skin, just to really protect her with healing while she slept last night. And apparently she also sent her little gremlin guides that are just here for this time being, sent them to work inside to do what they needed to do. So she was good this morning. Okay, but not coming out of hospital for a couple of days until they can try and sort out what the heck is going on. On that note, I posted in my community page, one of my fabulous viewers had emailed me about the missile silo. I have been talking about that for months now, that there would be a missile silo that would go wrong, horribly wrong, and explode within the silo itself. I am feeling that there is going to be some sort of third massive explosion, as awful as it is, because there is loss of life with this. I don't wish this on anybody. I don't. I'm not. I pro either side. I am anti-war. I am pro-peace. But I do see that there will be some sort of third massive explosion, and that'll be very much it for Russia. I don't know what that third one is yet. We'll just, when it happens, it'll happen, and we'll keep you noted. In good news, Sri Lanka voted in a progressive government, so yay, go Sri Lanka. And I want to have a look at, what do I want to have a look at? There's a lot of things I want to have a look at today. Very quickly, Oklahoma, word has come out that it has purged 1/5 of its voters, given the latest polls that came out. So the polls came out indicating that Harris was going to win and the Democrats were going to win. So all of a sudden, shock horror, within days they had purged without notification 1/5 of their voters. So please, if you know anyone in Oklahoma, please get them to go to vote.org, O-R-G, and check their registration. If they find their not registered, then go to vote.gov to ensure they're registered. Now, I believe in some states you can take along your ID. If you find you are not on the voting roll when you get to the polling station, that you can ask for a provisional vote. So please make sure people are aware of that as well. And if you are in one of those states where you tick your boxes and then you put it through a machine that reads the vote, please make sure that the machine reads your vote as you have made it. So there's no swapsies happening as you feed your ballot through the machine. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So what are we doing? The federal government are aware of this. They are doing what they can. I gather the lawyers are onto it. So all you can do is do your darndest from your point and just do your darndest from your point and allow the government to do their darndest from their side as well. Okay, what I want to have a look at is, right, so there is a Quad meeting going on at the US. I have a lot that I want to look at today. I'm going to have a look at some more races, but there is a Quad meeting going on in the US. Now, the Quad Alliance is the US, Australia, India, and Japan. So we're looking at the Western Pacific region, the Indian Ocean, the South China Sea, the Western Pacific region to counteract China. During the Quad meeting, I gather Biden had a hot mic moment. Now, Biden does not have hot mic moments. I'm just telling you that. If there is something that is picked up by a mic, he intends for it to be picked up. That's what I'm feeling. He makes it, how do I put that? He takes the action for it to look like it was oh whoops, got picked up, but he knows. He's been in this game for so long. So he's had a few hot mic moments over the last couple of years, and they have been very targeted and very poignant. And we've got, he does it deliberately. We've got the temperance there and then the Page of Cups. Yeah, it seems like it's accidental, but I'm telling you right now, he does it deliberately. So what he's done in his hot mic is that he has been overheard to have said that China is testing us, ergo the Quad. So I just want to have a look at, and that one card wants to come out. I want to have a look at, now, India I'm always worried about because of Modi. I don't trust Modi. Do you want that one? Yes, you do. Okay. I don't trust Modi. Modi he comes across as very jovial. I'll stop shuffling. He comes across as very jovial and friendly and compliant, but he's also close to Russia, close to South Africa, close to China as well. Modi is in it for Modi. Let me just put it that way. And he will say what he feels needs to be said, but just be aware. Be aware that he really, behind the scenes, cannot be trusted. Okay, put that energy aside after my, 9 minutes of burbling. Show me Biden's hot mic moment. What was his intentions? And then I'll have a look at China's reaction. Using my Gilded Tarot Royale, let's have a look. Biden's hot mic moment. Show me. Biden. Okay, thank you. You want that one. Right, okay. Oh, come on down. Sorry about that. Nearly 10 minutes of yabbering. First of all, intentional, but it's very much about planning for overseas. He planned. The ship came in, deliberately done. The ship's coming into harbour. It was a deliberate messaging plan that he put out there. in regards to overseas entities. The challenge for him is getting the message across, the burden of the message. It is a hard slog up the hill, getting all his plans, actually. Rather, it's messaging, but more plans. So for me, ones are communication and career, planning, and there is a fourth one beginning with a P, and I'm just trying to think what it is. It'll come to me in a moment. But I'm really getting that there are things he wants done before he passes over the baton to Harris, and he is trying to bring this plan to completion. What am I looking at? Planning, communication, career planning, and I'll think of it in a minute. Okay, yeah. What have we got? All one so far. Messaging, plan. The articulate orator putting the message out there. So putting China on notice that I just got told to stop. Putting China on notice, deliberate. He doesn't do this by mistake. In the past, the four parties are working diligently behind the scenes. This is a trade alliance. This is keeping the shipping lanes open alliance. It's not so much a military alliance, although there are aspects of it, I believe. I may be wrong, but I believe there are. But this is more about a trade alliance. So in the past, this is about a lot of negotiations, a lot of work, a lot of skill going on behind the scenes in regards to the trade between these countries and keeping the trade lanes open. Crowning this reading, we've got another page. Pages bring messages. The Page of Pentacles. Crowning this reading is about, first of all, trade, but it's also about opportunities as well. Now, a lot of industry, Australia's the same, US is the same, a lot of manufacturing is coming back onshore to our particular countries. The jobs aren't coming with them, but they're coming back onshore from China and the Asian countries. They're just not bringing the jobs because of automation. But it is the discussions that's going on with the quads are very much about the opportunities for trade, is what I'm getting out of that. The immediate future, the Judgment card, the collective awakening, the call to arms, the inevitability, but it's more about the awakening. So the trumpet's being blown, and it is a warning. Oh, okay, thank you. I just got shot across the bow. It's not a threatening shot. It is just a warning shot that we know what you're up to type thing. The externally, Biden, sorry, wash that name out of my mouth. Biden, externally for Biden. Yeah, wish fulfillment. I don't usually have this as a wish fulfillment card. Usually for me, it's a be careful what you wish for card. But I do see there's this work going on in this enclosed location, discussions, but emotional emotional fulfillment here. A celebration as well. The cups are all upright. They're out and he's cheersing. So there is positivity coming out of this quad meeting. Internally, okay, addiction. Well, I was asking about the hot mic moment. Internally, it's about dealing with this devil energy. This win at any cost, this land grab that China are undertaking, their Belt and Road program where they fund ports and etc. in poor countries, and then when the poor country can't pay them back, China's saying, well, or the Chinese government is saying, oh, well, tough bickies, we'll just take it back, thank you very much. Oh, look, it happens to be attached to this bit of land, and they're in, so to speak. So this is what the quad are dealing with, is this expansion through deceptive means, and this this greed energy. Okay. Hopes and fears. The sword of truth is drawn. It's been shown. It's not being raised around. It's not being wielded. It's just been drawn and shown. And in the background, we have the dove of peace. Okay, the outcome. Three of Pentacles working behind the scenes to bring about a solid trade agreement, although I find it interesting there's only three. They might be finding India or the Modi government, noting that Modi is down apparently to go and visit Trump in the next couple of weeks after the Quad meeting's over. So again, not to be trusted. So we've only got three pentacles here working behind the scenes. This is interesting. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. The basket is empty. Reaping what you sow, the basket is empty. I wonder whether India is this card here, where they're going to leave this meeting without what the Modi government is wanting, because the other three parties have joined forces. Yeah, there's an offer here, an offer of some sort, bringing an offer. The knight's also not going anywhere. He is stalled. The horse is rearing, so there is a bit of antagonism there with this offer. And then we've got the Sun card. It's a big yes card. I'm not seeing this as an explosion. I had this card the other day as the Russian explosion, but not this one. It just means what I'm getting is shining a light and joy for some reason in regards to this offer. So I'm wondering whether this offer is going to be accepted. We'll have a look a bit further in a moment. Again, on the bottom, we've got the Temperance card. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got new contracts and agreements being negotiated, slow and steady progress forward. It's all about trade. And we have the Justice card, actions having consequences, weighing everything up in relation to this abuse of power that China is undertaking. And here is the Biden administration. So I'll leave you down there for a moment. Let's have a little bit of a further look in regards to this. I'll do China in a minute. For those that are wondering, too many cards to put back one at a time. I poker shuffle them through. Interestingly enough, I glanced and saw that the devil went in next to the overseas plan. So I do this half a dozen times to try and get those few cards really shuffled back together again. Well, there's some anxiety from that message that Biden's put out. A bit of a stirring up. I'll have a look at China in a minute, but I want to have a first look at India. Show me India. Ooh, okay. So there's something here about that message that Biden's put out. I think the message wasn't just to China. The message was to India as well. The hot mic moment to basically warn the Indian government to get into line in regards to this agreement. Otherwise, they will be dissolving and rebuilding it. Dissolving and rebuilding the agreement. Possibly with India not involved. Let's have a look. Show me. Am I picking? Yeah. Possibly with India not involved, because we've got new agreements, new negotiations going on here. So show me. I wonder if there's been some warning behind the scenes in regards to BRICS. Yeah, we've got the three walking away. So show me. Was this hot mic a message to India possibly as well as China, but I'll just put a message to India as well. In other words, decide your loyalties. Queen of Wands, so inspirational leader, female leader, bringing forward a new message. So I'm not quite sure who's involved in these negotiations. In regards to a hidden agenda behind the scenes and moving on from this hidden agenda being revealed. An offer being made by 3 in regards to the plan of the quad and the trade that will bring abundance to all, and you either get on board or you leave empty-handed. This is unexpected. But we have shining the light on the snake in the path by the Biden administration, who are bringing forth an offer in regards to this powerful trade. Yeah, I'm going to say I really think it was a warning to India as well. Decide who. Yeah, it's a powerful new message in regards to an unbalanced relationship, or a relationship with a misogynistic masculine energy. It doesn't mean male. I'm talking about aggressive energy is fading in this new era. So I'm going to say absolutely. It was a message to India as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of these talks go. So, okay, show me about China in regards to this message. Show me about China in regards to this message. Show me China in regards to this message. Okay, we've got the gift of past, the emotional gift potentially, but just the gift of the past for China. Okay, China's going through some real struggles here. Yeah, China, okay. The challenge for China is its past. First of all, it's one-child policy, which means its population is absolutely plunging as they end up with a rapidly aging population. They had one child. For those that don't know the history of it, there was a one-child policy for a number of years to try and curb population growth. It was kept on according to demographic. Oh, motorcycle going past. There's always one in every crowd. By the international demographic people who study said that it was kept in place about 15 years, 10 to 15 years longer than it should have been. So what's happened, also because it was only one child, a lot of women were having tests and scans done and aborting females in preference of males. So there is a significant overpopulation of young males now who are reaching their 20s and 30s, etc. And what has happened is, and also the women, they've got the choice. They can choose whatever male they want or none at all. They have choice. And what is happening is a lot of the women who are educated are saying, no, I don't want children. So China is having a massive issue with a low birth rate, which had been exaggerated, falsely exaggerated for many years, a massively aging population. And so therefore they're having a lot of internal troubles. So China's past has left them, well, first of all, a lot of independent women, but more importantly, trapped in a gilded cage of their own making, a financial cage of their own making is what I'm getting there. Okay, foundation. So how did this hot mic moment affect China? Hanged man. Their economy, I'm just going to say, is stalled. The money is literally falling out of it. In the past, because they had this aggressive, male-dominated government, in an era where change is happening. And I keep saying it's going to get worse before it gets better, because these men do not want to give up their power. You can see it in the US at the moment with the MAGA GOP trying to hang on desperately to their power and dictate things like women's health and education, etc. It's happening in Afghanistan, where women have now been banned from even speaking in public, and have to wear the full top-to-toe clothing, and have to be, if they leave the house, have to be accompanied by a male relative, etc. It's happening in Iran, that, believe it or not, was once progressive with the miniskirts and the high boots, and women going to university. It's the men are not necessarily men, but the energy of the masculine, the misogynistic, is becoming more desperate. But it is in the past. This energy is in the past. We've already moved beyond the tipping point. So China itself. Okay. Something surprising out of left field for them in regards to this message. Yes, they didn't expect it. Obviously, and this devil energy. Remember that was dealing with the devil energy internally there. So I think there's going to be pushback to start with in the immediate future, more aggression. I don't see China invading Taiwan, but there is going to be more of this aggressive attitude. However, externally, there is more in that cup that has not yet been revealed in regards to this unexpected. Internally, there are negotiations going on behind the scenes that have not yet been revealed. China also has a financial insecurity there. It's been overspending to create jobs, and they've ended up with entire cities built that there's nobody to live in. They have approved coal-powered fire station, coal-powered electricity generations that never get built, although the money's been given for it, because they don't need them built. There's a lot of financial insecurity within China at the moment. But this is also about, there is more here that has not yet been revealed into regards to the negotiations. A really firm message is being sent here. Firm plan. We have temperance. We have defending the message that's being sent, and sitting in this place of prominence, slow movement forward with the message that Biden gave. So I'm just going to say, yes, he did deliberately do it. Yes, it's a case of putting both China and India on notice. And there's more to it than simply a whoops moment. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That was a long reading. So love to you all. Catch you shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.